Yeah, it's great to finally be in court now. Yeah, it's almost been a year since this application was filed, and it's just good that the ball's rolling now.
Friday morning, former students and supporters gathered at the courthouse for the start of arguments. It's the beginning of a long process to help a judge determine whether to classify their lawsuit as a class action.
November is the first.
Last year, following a series of CBC News stories, former students filed the proposed $25 million lawsuit. They say officials from Legacy Christian Academy and adjacent Mile 2 Church physically, emotionally, and sexually abused them. They say that abuse included severe beatings with large wooden paddles, exorcisms, and solitary confinement.
A lot of students have shared their stories. I think what they've had to say is a lot of egregious things went on, and there's really no denying that at this point. So it's great that this day has finally come.
Inside the courtroom, more than a dozen lawyers argued over technical details. They disagree about when the statements of defense need to be filed. CBC News asked several defendants' lawyers for an interview, but they declined. But the student's lawyer says he's also relieved this day has finally come.
Well, we're here to right a wrong. We're here to right an absolutely terrible wrong that's occurred in this province over decades, where everyone's turned a blind eye to it, including the government. We want to, draw attention to it, which I think has been done. Changes slowly might and have been made to some degree. But people have done these things. People that have done these things have to be accountable for what they did.
The judge has reserved his decision, and the next court date is unknown. And even though they disagree on almost everything, they do agree on one point. With dozens of student plaintiffs and just as many defendants, with allegations covering a 40-year period, this is anything but a simple matter. Jason Warwick, CBC News, Saskatoon.